Tell me the wildest way you have ever been fat shamed.
I have a handful of these because I just simply have suffered for too long on this planet. I was at an Old Navy with my mother once, and this woman was behind us, and she was like, "Hey, excuse me, young lady, can I ask you what size you are? Because your body looks exactly like my daughter's body who just had a baby." I was cosplaying as Rapunzel at an event once, and I was super excited because I had made the whole thing myself, and it was great. And this grown man came up to me and was like, "Hey, I really like your Rapunzel cosplay, but Rapunzel is not fat." And I looked at him and I was like, "Well, boy, howdy is she today?" And he said, "Well, you know what? Cosplayers should really just strive for accuracy." What I'm not about to do is take advice from a grown man wearing Lego Batman apparel. I just won't do it. I reached out to a cosplay photographer once, and I was like, "Hey, dude, I really like your work. You want to collab?" And he was like, "No, I don't shoot fat chicks." And I was just like, And then he was called out for it for some reason, no longer a photographer. Very weird. I submitted my cosplay photos to this website that was like meant to boost fat cosplayers, which is what I am, and they messaged me back and they were like, "Hey, sorry, you're not fat enough." And I was like, "Okay," and then they were shut down because when you pick and choose what kind of fat people are on your website, apparently you're seen as a fetish site, and will get taken down. Just the other day I ran into a Maverick, which is like a gas station if you don't know what that is, to get an Arizona iced tea because they're good for my mental health, and I was wearing a crop top because I basically live on Mars. Utah's too hot. And this woman came up to me, well, she was like in the freezer next to me, and she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but your top is kind of immodest." And I looked at her and I was like, "Oh my gosh, are you Yzma from Emperor's New Groove?" And she didn't like that very much. She said, "Well, you don't have to be rude." I guess not. Maybe she'll think twice before commenting on someone's body next time. And maybe she'll pick up a moisturizer and, for hell's sake, stop wearing so many eyelash extensions. When I tell you they look stacked on top of each other, I mean that. I felt a breeze when she blinked. I offered to help an acquaintance get a Dungeons & Dragons podcast started, and he said, "No, thank you. You don't match the aesthetic that we're going for." And I was confused because podcasts are audio. I asked him to explain. He got uncomfortable, and then he blocked me. But strangely enough, two greasy white dudes who are apparently sexist were really widely unpopular starting a podcast. I'm very unsure why. The climate seems perfect for it.